Dobro Jutro, Divine Pisces, 222. It is Saturday, November 9th, 2019. Do an energy check-in for Twin Flames. Yeah, sorry it's a little late today, guys. I'm actually off today. So I actually woke up a little bit late, which was nice. I needed the sleep. And I am going to be working on catching up on readings. I'm going to try to work on PDFs today mostly because my in-laws are actually coming into town, so we're going to be kind of entertaining them for most of like the midday. And when I do videos, I like to use natural lighting, so if it gets too late, I can't do that because you guys can't see the cards. You know, I don't have a ring light or anything like that. So I'm going to try to do as many of my video readings as I can tomorrow and Monday. Monday is harder for me because I have my daughter all day by myself. So obviously she takes priority. So I'll definitely be getting as many out as I can. Okay, guys? Thank you so much for your patience. I really appreciate it. Last week was a whirlwind. So, alright, so first card out today is the moon. Which is interesting because we do have a full moon in Taurus coming up very, very soon. It's actually on the 12th, possibly the 11th. So remember, Monday is the 11/11 portal. And the Taurus moon is the Divine Feminine's moon. So last month we had the Divine Masculine's moon, which was in Aries. And then we have the Divine Feminine's moon this month, which is in Taurus. So that's really interesting that this has come out. But I do feel a lot of things are coming to light right now with the twins. And I do feel a lot of it does have to do with the connection itself right now. I would say a lot of aha moments, a lot of syncs that are making sense, probably some past life stuff that's coming up here, maybe past life karma, past life shadows, that sort of thing. Not so much to do with inner child issues this time, past life stuff. And you know, a lot of past life stuff, especially if you've had multiple, which most twins who have met in this life have had multiple lives together. There's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of abandonment, a lot of betrayal with some of these connections that have built up over lifetimes that needs to be purged. Okay, so I do feel a lot of stuff coming to the surface, and now that could be by way of dreams. You know, sometimes you get these weird flashes of memories that you don't really remember. You're like, are these memories, or am I making this up? Sometimes you really, it's hard to know, right? That's why I recommend meditation, especially for past life stuff, past life regression. And I know Charlotte, Happy Twins 1111 does that sort of thing, and I'm thinking about getting one of those because I know a couple of my past lives already with my Divine Masculine, and I had another one kind of pop up within the last few days, which is really interesting. All of them ended pretty horribly, actually. A lot of them ended either in suicide or some sort of tragedy. It's really kind of interesting. So we've got the moon, but we've also got the sun, which I find interesting. So this almost to me is illustrating, all right, bear with me here, illustrating Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. Okay? So a lot of stuff coming to light with the connections right now, absolutely. I feel a lot of Divine Feminines trying to balance themselves out, trying to focus on their truth, right? Which is helping Divine Masculine kind of step into his power and help with his awakening. Because like I said yesterday, a lot of these awakenings have been very, very rude. Very rude for the Divine Masculine, okay? And they usually are because Divine Masculine is very resistant, right? So a lot of things come into the surface right now for Divine Masculine. He's learning to see the world in a different light. It's actually good. It's actually a really good thing. And I know it kind of hit him in the face at the beginning. You know, he's like, "Oh my God, what do I do? I don't know what to do right now. I'm freaking out." You know, that sort of thing. That's where the hermit mode kind of came in. But now it's like it's really opened his eyes to a lot of things like manifestation and things like that. Which is interesting. And a lot of Divine Masculines are really working on their foundations. They're working on their money. They're working on their job. They're doing well in their job, which is something that you know, I think for a while, a lot of divine masculines had this victim mentality. The world was against them. They weren't doing as well as they would like. They felt disappointed. But it was really like they felt like they were disappointing people around them. They weren't focusing on themselves. Once they started focusing on themselves, they found that they could fulfill themselves, right? And so we got Leo out again here. So again, a little bit of ego going back and forth. I Divine Feminine, yeah, I know I talked about this yesterday where there's some Divine Feminines who are out there who are like trying to fool themselves that they're not in ego. Guys, check yourself, okay? Because it's easy to think that every thought that comes in your head is from your intuition. Keep in mind, and there's a really great video on this. I can't remember her name, and it's gonna drive me insane. But once I find the video, because I've actually linked it before in my description box about how to tell if you're thinking with your intuition or if you're thinking with your ego. Intuition is a feeling. There's no emotion attached to it. Okay, so a feeling and emotion are two different things as far as this goes. Okay, so when you get something from your intuition, it's like a heart flutter or some sort of like boom, like a feeling, like okay. And then what happens is it processes, right? And then it comes through your third eye, but sometimes it comes through your ego, right? So if you'll know if it's ego driven if there's emotion attached to it. Does that make sense? So if you get like a spark or just a knowing all of a sudden, and then you start sitting there and thinking about it, and then you start getting emotions attached to it, that's ego. That's ego. Ego's getting involved there, okay? So forget all that. When you get that, boom, okay, stop, check yourself, tell your ego to stop, okay? And then you can evaluate with your third eye what that intuition is trying to tell you about whatever it is that sparked that, okay? So really need to learn how to differentiate between ego and intuition, okay? It's a really, really huge step, okay? Because when you start thinking about stuff and you start overthinking, right, that's when crap happens. That's when bad things happen, really, because ego really comes in and messes up a lot of stuff, let's be honest, okay? So really need to pay attention to that, guys. Still some towers looming, definitely. But I'm feeling a lot of self-confidence here, which is a good thing, right? So we got ego, but we also have self-confidence. So, and I feel like this is actually coming from Divine Masculine today. Divine Masculine's really stepping in to their self-confidence here. And I think a lot of it does have to do with them learning how to manifest. Learning how to get on their feet themselves, right? And feeling good, feeling like they can take on the world without anybody. And that's an amazing thing. It's very, very powerful. But yeah, so get out of your head if you've been overthinking things. And I think a lot of Divine Feminines, mostly Divine Feminines right now, are overthinking things. Stop overthinking it. Just stop. Go with the flow. Do your thing. Clear out that throat chakra. Okay? That's what's telling me here. Throat chakra, head chakra, third eye. So yeah, get out of your head. Stop overthinking things. You know, if something has triggered you, maybe communication has triggered you, maybe lack of communication has triggered you. Why? Why is it triggering you? What's the problem? Right? Stop overthinking it. I think a lot of Divine Feminines, they get in their heads again, and the ego takes over. It's just like all of these scenarios start playing out in your head, right? Stop that crap. Just stop that. You don't need that. Focus on you. You know, if something happens between you and your counterpart, right? Just let it go. Just let it go. There is no need to dwell on it. Absolutely no need to dwell on it, okay? Communication definitely in the air, guys. Absolutely. So if you have not received communication, you will receive communication very, very soon. Keep in mind, it could be very hot and cold. Okay? That's just the way this works. It really, really is like a giant game of chicken these days. It's like a game of chess. Or hot and cold. I like I like the term touch and go, especially as regards my situation. But yeah, so if you have not received communication yet, you probably will be receiving communication. Just keep in mind, it could be triggering. Oh, and I got new cards. Again, I may have a problem, guys. It's the Golden Thread Tarot. I've been wanting these cards for a long time, and they're gorgeous. So let's take a look at Divine Masculine with these cards, because I think they are befitting for the Divine Masculine. Let's see what we got here. Let's do a couple more. Is that it? Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look-see. Four of Wands. First card out. That's exciting, right? So yeah, I do feel a lot of reunions are manifesting right now. Divine Masculine is really manifesting these unions. Manifesting the union, okay? Now, this could also represent triggers, a catalyst moment, and that sort of thing, which is fine because every step you take, you know, as I've said before, you know, brings you closer to union, inner union, of course, right? Which brings physical union. So a lot of Divine Masculines are manifesting these unions, okay? Believe it or not, they are manifesting these unions, okay? And again, this could be triggering for them, okay? Because they may not realize that they're manifesting these, okay? They are manifesting these and they do not know. So, you know, and then all of a sudden something happens and boom, there you are. Oh, trigger. So it could cause that runner effect again. So just keep that in mind, guys. King of Wands coming in today. So there's a lot of sexual energy, a lot of passion here. But again, a lot of this, again, is geared towards them. They are finding that inner fire, guys. They are finding their purpose. They are living their purpose. Really just taking it and running with it, just like, you know, Divine Feminine has been trying to show them what to do. And that's amazing, guys. It's really, really good. So a lot of Divine Masculines really stepping into their mission, which, you know, could be anything, obviously, but they're really finding their purposes and they're living them, and that's really, really good. A lot of them will be coming forward, or they maybe have come forward with an offer, a very small one. Well, to them, it may be small. Or to you, it may be small. Get out of that ego, though, okay, Divine Feminine, because any offer is a good offer. You don't have to take it. You don't have to take that offer, okay? That's up to you, and that's up to your inner guidance. For example, your Divine Masculine's coming to you for sex, and that's not what you want. You don't have to accept that. Maybe it is what you want. Go for it, girl. But I'm just saying. You know, it's up to you. It's up to your inner guidance what you feel is the right thing to do, okay? So don't let anybody else dictate that to you. I know a lot of people ask me for advice and stuff like that on what to do in their situation. I am happy to lend my personal experience or, you know, what I would do in that situation, but please take it in mind that your guidance is the best guidance. That's why I say learn to trust your intuition, okay? Keep ego out of it, all right? Because, I hate to guide you and say, hey, yeah, do this, and then you do it, and it completely blows everything out of the water. That is not what I'm here for. I am not here to tell you what to do. I am here to offer guidance, okay? But you don't have to take it, all right? So don't think my word is law, because it's definitely not. I'm just a messenger, all right? So a lot of Divine Masculines also, you know, feeling in this energy of where they had been, kind of like Divine Feminine, where they had been feeling drained because people around them have been taking and taking and taking from them, right? And what were they doing? They were taking and taking and taking from Divine Feminine. They're not doing that anymore because they know they control this. They can control this. They can fill their own cup, right? And they can choose who gets to take from their cup. Or, you know what I mean? So that uneven exchange, and this goes for the karmic situation as well. I do feel a lot of them are understanding. They're getting this uneven exchange in the karmic situation, whether it be financial, emotional, whatever. There's an uneven exchange here, and they're recognizing it. So what are they doing? Again, they're working on manifesting their coins, their foundations. They're working on this. And a lot of them are doing this so that they can leave whatever situation they're in. They want to go. They want to leave. They want to get out. They don't want to do it anymore. Okay? So that's really, really good. And so what's happening here is everything, you know, they're moving forward. They're moving forward in the truth. And a lot of them are understanding their truth, and they're starting to speak their truth. Maybe not to those around them, but to themselves. Maybe to Divine Feminine. Okay? But it may not be the whole truth. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Some of them are still really insecure about their truth. Okay? And that's just something that's going to probably happen for a while. Give them time. But you know what? You've been in this boat for a while. You've been doing your thing. You've been going with the flow and showing him what to do. And he's getting it. He's learning the lessons. And he's moving forward. So that's really, really good for Divine Masculine. And it's going to be a long video. I'm so sorry. Okay, so let's take a look at Divine Feminine. And I'm using the Starchild Tarot, Starchild Akashic Tarot for that. Oh, these cards are so pretty. They're just really hard to shuffle. I got the big ones. I got the big ones because they were like 25% off. But they're really hard to shuffle. I have small hands. Alright, so Divine Feminine. Oh, look at that. Divine Feminine, yes. Divine Feminine is moving forward. She is moving forward in passion. She is, you know, really doing her thing. She's feeling good about herself. She's feeling this forward movement, and that's actually really, really good. You know, and she's feeling the ascension. You know, all the work that she's put in is paying off here. And she just wants to show the world who she is, right? She wants to show the world who she is. And I don't know if you can see these little cats down here, right? She wants to show the world who she is, and that's amazing. That's a beautiful thing, guys. And I do feel that this has been a long time coming for Divine Feminine, absolutely, because she's been working. Ooh, it's escaping. Stop it. Okay. She's been working on her inner balance. She's been trying to get her stuff together. You know, she's been, if this starts skipping, I'm going to be so mad. All right. So, you know, she's working in her truth. She's understanding what's happening. She's understanding the divine purpose of her mission and her life, trying to balance everything out, trying to balance out her truth with the 3D and everything like that. So coming into that priestess power, I think, and it's a very, very powerful thing, right? You know, seeing through the illusions, cutting through the bullshit, you know, balancing herself out. And that's really, really good, right? Because for a long time, she'd been feeling really, really out of sorts, you know, not really quite sure what the truth was. You know, it was like there was this main truth, but then there was all this other stuff that was around. You're like, I don't know which part's the truth, you know, but then this one kind of stood out, and you're like, oh, yeah, it's this one. I'm good now, right? So, and some Divine Feminines, again, are not fully in their truth. If you're not fully in your truth with your karmic situation, you might want to figure that out, okay? Because that could be a wedge, that could be a block in your connection, okay? And again, we were talking about past lives and stuff like that. The Akashic records, if you're not sure what that is, look it up. It's very, very interesting. Basically, the Akashic records are everything that will happen or has happened and is happening now. So a lot of Divine Feminines, again, are understanding this past life stuff, you know, and pulling in that karma so that she can deal with it, right? Because I think Divine Feminine been focusing on stuff in this life, but has completely forgotten the stuff in past lives. You know, that's where irrational fears come from. That's where, you know, a lot of stuff that you normally wouldn't think about, you know, it just kind of pops in your head and you're like, wait a minute, where'd that come from? Probably a past life. Okay, so need to clear that out, guys. Try to start working on that past life stuff, okay? That's just as important as the inner child work and the current life stuff, okay? Because there's a lot of stuff in there that needs to be cleared out. Trust me, Divine Feminine's definitely been going through ascension. She's been going through transformation. She's been, like, taking on her demons. And that's amazing. Like, without fear. You're like, oh my gosh, this is looming over me. But you know what? I'm good. I can see the light. I can get through this. I'm fine. Right? Manifesting her own abundance here. Absolutely. You know, and she's been leading the way with this. You know, there have been times where she's been in doubt and she's been kind of pulling back, but you know what? She's moved forward, she's doing her thing. Again, she's balanced herself out and it's really understood that she holds the world in her hands, right? She can do anything she wants, right? Because she has the universe on her side and she knows that. And she's in tune with the universe, she's in tune with herself, she's in tune with Source, she's in tune with everything around her, and she's really using those gifts that the Divine has given her, right? And is using them to what? To make the world better, to make herself better, right? And that's what you're supposed to do, right? Fill your cup. Fill your cup so that you can offer it to someone. You can offer it to someone else who needs it, okay? But as long as you know how to refill your cup, offering it to those who need it, you know, it's not going to be as draining because you know how to fill your own cup, right? So yeah, definitely still working on filling that cup. And the Ace of Cups has come up a couple of times with Divine Feminine, so that's really interesting. All right, let's get some messages from your counterparts. Some of them think that they're definitely not good enough for you. Definitely still some deceit in some of these connections, guys. Now, this could be karmic situation, could also be, you know, addiction, whatever. A lot of them, they don't open up to people, let's be honest. Divine Masculine has a lot of abandonment issues. Yeah, some of them are definitely taking a time out right now. They're in hermit mode, and that's okay. Let them be. Let them do what they need to do. The connections are very intense, yes, and it freaks them out. No, it wasn't. And forgiveness. Definitely forgiveness needed, guys. Get out of that ego. Get out of that ego. Stop overthinking things. Okay? Alright, let's get some messages from the universe. We're going to end this because I think my in-laws are going to be here soon, and they don't approve of tarot. I love them, but yeah. Super religious, so... And that's okay. That's okay with me. Alright, what we got here? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Time to take action, whether that's in your karmic situation, your mission, with your counterpart. If your intuition's telling you to reach out, do it. Keep in mind, I'm not telling you to reach out. I'm telling you to trust your intuition here, okay? Just make sure you're actually in tune with your intuition and not with ego, all right? But yeah, and this came up yesterday, personal issue reaches resolution. So yeah, a lot of you will be getting answers. You will be getting confirmation that your work is paying off. Okay? So just keep doing the work, guys. So we've got Aries, Cancer, and Leo again. So yeah, Divine Feminine need to spark up that confidence again. Now, Divine Feminine has, you know, had some issues with this. Let's be honest, okay? Remember that confidence is definitely important, but you want to stay out of ego. Divine Masculine definitely feeling very confident right now, absolutely. And that could be leading to ego issues as well, okay? So keep that in mind. So you want to keep yourself nice and balanced. And another Aries here. So we got Aries, Leo, Cancer, and goodness gracious. So yeah, a lot of stuff happening, a lot of sexual energy, absolutely. So keep that in mind. Keep yourself balanced. And, you know, keep yourself... What's this? Well, that's interesting. That just kind of flipped over. New start's coming. That's good for a lot of you. This could be in your karmic situation. It could be in your job. Could be with your connection. With the connection itself. New start's coming, guys. All right. Well, I'm sorry for the longish video. I apologize. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.